Welcome to the Carbonite Jedi, where the Force will be with you always. We are here today to talk about the new Obi-Wan Kenobi episodes that came out today. But before we start that, I want to bring in one of my best friends in the whole world. Well, he is my best friend in the whole world. Uh, Craven Something Scary. He's agreed to come on here and talk a little Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is a little bit beyond his bent because he's the horror master. But without further ado, here is Craven Something Scary. Hey,
Yes, what's up, my man? I think the proper thing to say was he's agreed to do so.
he
He's
has
agreed
agreed
to do
to
so.
very much so.
What's happening, man? Thanks for the invite. I'm very honored to be here for your very first
Inaugural.
live stream, inaugural
Yes.
live stream. And if this party goes well and we have a good time, I may just drag you over to my channel after this, and we'll go over there for an hour after party on the Craven channel, and we'll just talk a little Scream after our Obi-Wan talk, man. So let's see how the night goes.
Let's just see how it goes. And I'm sure if we
Yeah.
went over there, our Ghostface friend would come with us.
Oh, what's up, Ghostface? What's happening, man? Says I'm here. All
Welcome.
right, welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
I got to have some airflow, and it always hits my microphone wrong way. So
That's right. Hey, and Michael, we've got someone else on the schedule to join in a little while, right?
yeah, we have Jack Stannis, who's going to be joining us in a little while. I think he's probably getting off of work,
Yep.
and so he's very, very into Star Wars also, and horror. So me and Steve kind of like stretch him apart to bring him to our channels. So
Wow, that sounds violent. We literally are stretching him apart. Ouch! That could hurt, man. There could be some disjointed
yeah,
bones in there somewhere, man.
something. Yeah. Uh, but so Steve, I know you like Star Wars and you're into
Yeah.
sci-fi, not so much adventure fantasy or anime or stuff like that. But when you watched Obi-Wan, what was your initial thoughts on the movie?
Um. So, well, you're talking about just the Obi-Wan, the two episodes, right?
Yes, the two episodes we saw.
Excuse me. So, Ghostface, I see you, man. Awesome, Ghostface, great. Ghostface says, "I'll join you guys at the after party if we have one." All right,
Okay.
cool. So my thought was, oh my gosh, Ghostface, you are in a mask and in a black robe. I mean, there's some similarities here a little bit. And
Yeah.
you could make the connection for sure. Um, anyway, so my first thought was, first of all, I was really looking forward to watching it. Right, I was excited about it, and some of these shows that they've got coming up, these 10 shows. Your video you did
Hmm.
was really good the other day on like the 10 or 12 coming shows for Disney for Star Wars,
Yes.
and I watched the video and I enjoyed it, but some of those just did not really interest me, to be honest with you. They did not.
No,
I'm like, oh, I don't know about that.
not at all.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, some more than others, but this one though, when I heard about Obi-Wan and we started talking about it, I was very interested in that because I love the character of Obi-Wan and how he's his role in the mythology of Star Wars overall, you know, and what he does for Luke and Leia, and I mean, really, and we found out in the prequels, how yeah, you could say that he failed Anakin, but I don't really think he failed Anakin. I think Anakin failed himself. He's the
Hmm.
one. It wasn't Obi-Wan that pushed him to give in to those, those desires and those feelings in the manipulation of Palpatine. But I always have liked Obi-Wan anyway as a character, and so I was very excited about this one. And oh, awesome! Thank you, Ghostface.
Thanks.
Ghostface says subbed and liked. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. Carbonite Jedi has got some great stuff, man. New channel, as you can see, he's up and coming. And if you like Star Wars content, he's got some great stuff. So appreciate that, Ghostface. All right.
Like what you said, I think that is the biggest thing that I thought that really irked me was that, they were like, you failed Anakin, you failed him. You know, you are responsible for yourself.
Yeah,
People can only guide you.
that's
You have
right.
to take responsibility for yourself, and nobody else is responsible for you. That's why people go to jail, right? Because
Exactly.
it wasn't their parents that failed them. I mean, unless they're minors, and then they're kind of like
Right, right.
responsible. But you know,
Stu Mocker.
no, no trains on this stream.
We're not going to. Oh, come on now. Get us the Stu train. Oh, I'm kidding.
Uh,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
anyway, it's I know Obi-Wan in the show he was like destroyed. I mean, he was. What is that?
I was experimenting. I'm sorry. I was experimenting with a little bit of soft music way underneath our voices. I was looking for something airy and spacey, and it's like into space, but it didn't really fit well, did it?
No, it didn't.
It didn't. Let's try this real quick. If you don't like this, I'll stop.
No.
Never mind. Sorry. Please continue.
Thanks for ruining my show.
Sorry, guys. It's my only invitation to the Carbonite Jedi.
Anyway, he was destroyed.
Yeah.
So he was, dude. You're hijacking my channel.
Sorry.
Come on, Nancy Ann.
All right, man. We love Nancy Ann. We love you, Nancy Ann. All right. So, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah. He didn't
So-
fail him. He didn't fail Anakin.
No, he didn't fail in it. Anakin
I
failed
agree.
himself, and if he, and then Anakin, is been hunting him for 10 years,
That's
but
right.
he didn't know. He didn't
No.
know Anakin was alive. It was like the big reveal at the second episode is
That's true, man.
Anakin's still alive, and you see
Yes.
see
Blew his
him
mind.
in the tank. Yeah, so here he is saving his daughter, and I wonder what Darth Vader or Anakin would have thought if he would have known that the Inquisitors had kidnapped his child with little or no idea.
They didn't know.
Yeah,
No
they didn't
way.
know, and with no, they were probably just going to kill her after they were done.
I suspect they would have too. Yeah. No, all this time, no clue that they've got, literally have Anakin's daughter. That's nuts, man.
Yeah,
And I did think that scene was really powerful when Obi-Wan when it was revealed to him,
mm,
that the Anakin was alive, and we'll take you to Lord Vader, and you could just tell he was like completely rocked.
well, he probably didn't even know who Lord Vader was. He probably just heard he was a Sith and stuff, and then it's revealed that Anakin is Lord Vader. So
Right. Yeah. But just knowing he's alive was powerful. And I connected with him, of course, and then, he's looking over at the little girl, at Leia, and I wonder what he was going through his head, dude.
yeah, so I didn't get a picture of him, but what did you think of Flea's debut? I saw him. I was like, man, that looks so much like Flea. And it
Uh-huh.
was Flea.
It was Flea. I was like, oh my goodness, he's got his age is showing on him now.
Mhm.
I hadn't seen him in a while, but Flea always does good in those little when he gets little cameo parts or small parts.
Yeah.
Those little character roles. I thought he did good.
He did great as the bad guy, didn't he?
He did.
She's
Yeah.
like, I'm not afraid of you. And he goes, give it some time.
Yeah.
And then he breaks her little droid.
It's Sal, the little droid. That was a cute little droid, man. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, That's too
Yeah,
bad. That's too
it's too
bad.
bad. All right, man. So tell me your thoughts on this character, the third sister.
Oh yeah, she was tough, man. She was pretty tough. She's a rebel, obviously. Goes against authority. She's a bit of a loose cannon type of person, and I thought she did really good. I thought that I want to see. I'm real curious how the antagonists are going to be in this movie. How are they going to
Hmm.
compare to the ones we've seen in the past and stand out? But I thought that Moses Ingram played her part really well, and I thought that she did a good job. I have to say that. Well, I don't want to jump the gun. We're going to go character by character, but
Hmm.
I will say this: there is another character that is an antagonist that I am I liked better than her. I will say
Hmm.
that actually there may be two that I liked better than her, but I didn't. But I liked her. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
okay because they obviously have set this thing up where she's going to be the lead antagonist, no doubt about that. She's the
Hmm.
one. Until I mean, Vader is obviously a part of it too. Hey, what's up, Carrie Crave Cinema? Checking in. What's happening?
Hey, Carrie.
Good to see you. Not much of a fan of Star Wars, but Jedi, you're a part of the Guilty Pleasure Club. That's right, man. We got to stick together.
Thank you for showing up, Carrie. I appreciate it.
Where's the gang? Well, this is not everybody's bag, baby. And so we understand that.
Yeah.
Hey, Pizza the Hut. There you go. Now, see, if there's a hut, that's the one you want to be in. Um, now, I like her though. I mean, I thought overall, I'll see what you think about it, but I thought she did a good job in the antagonist role. I like that she was a little rebellious, but there's a couple of others that I think had great potential. One of them is unfortunately in past tense that I really liked. But anyway, what do you think, man? What did you think about Moses and how she performed in that role?
Um, well, she's an actress in this role that, like you always say, if you hate the person,
Yeah,
that they must be doing a good job to get under your skin. Um, and she had a huge chip on her shoulder for some reason
she really does.
to try to, because I mean, she when they first found the first Jedi in the bar, she wasn't gonna like save him. She was going all
Oh
out
yeah,
just to kill him.
she's a loose cannon. Yeah.
And so for some reason she
Hmm.
hates Jedi, and Obi-Wan in particular, for some reason, I don't know what it was. Maybe she was a one of the little Padawans or something, and feels like Obi-Wan betrayed him, or I don't know what's going on.
Right.
I hope they deliver some information that we can see what's going on. But yeah, and she just goes off.
Yeah, man.
The Grand Inquisitor, when at first he's having to rein her in like a rabid dog, and
Hmm.
then the fifth brother when they're out there and she almost kills Owen. You know,
That's right.
she just flips her lid. She's like, "You think you could keep me from killing your family?" And she's like, "I'm gonna kill this man if nobody tells me who the Jedi is. I'll kill him and his family." And man, that was just
I
crazy.
know. She was very, yeah, she seemed like she really was hated Obi-Wan. I felt that same thing. She really had this this determination, this real angst,
Hmm.
to get him.
And
So,
she told the fifth brother when he pulled her into the alley, and he's like, "What do you plan to get out of this?" And she goes, "I want to get what I'm owed."
yeah.
So, so she,
So
she
there's
feels like
got to be
she's
a
owed.
backstory, right?
Yeah.
Because Star Wars is pretty good about having characters that have backstories
Hmm.
and that we'll find out, right? We're going to
Exactly.
find out somewhere in this series that I bet you there is a connection there with Obi-Wan we don't know about yet. I bet you're right.
Yep. Yep.
Or like you say, Michael, she could have just blamed him. for what happened. That maybe she wasn't training, and because remember they got her because remember what the Grand Inquisitor said, you're here because of your abilities,
Mm-hmm.
like what you offer, you know, what you offer us basically. Hey, what's up? But bipolar,
Hey, bipolar. How you doing?
what's happening, Polar? Thanks for stopping in. Um, I would say, Michael, that once your channel gets monetized down the road, as you're growing quickly, once you get those 1,000 subs and those watch time hours, you could have member channel members, and they could be the Carbonites. But that's really close to the Cravenites. People might get confused. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that.
I know. I already thought about that. I was
Yeah,
thinking about that. The Carbonites.
you can become a Carbonite, and I'm like, so close.
Yeah.
Uh, Ghostface says he wants a pizza, a Carbonite Jedi special, and the Stew Train special. Bro, I dare you to call Pizza Hut and say, yes, I'd like to have a Carbonite Jedi special and the Stew Train special, and just see what they say. Do it, Ghostface. If you actually do that, leave me in the chat. Tell me what they said. It'd be hilarious. Uh, but yeah, she could have been someone that was, what's up, Jackie? Hey, welcome.
Hey, Jackie.
I don't know much about Star Wars yet. Okay. But you guys are, well, thank you, Jackie. You're awesome too. Appreciate all of you guys. Cravenite's starting to pop
Yeah.
in, show some love. To my buddy Michael in his first live stream, he's killing it. Ghostface, oh no, I'm calling him now. Go do it. All right. So, but be sure you order a pizza too. Like, we're not prank calling anybody on here.
Okay, Craven.
Yeah.
Here's one person I think is a great antagonist, but they took him out too soon.
Yes. My favorite antagonist of the whole 2 episodes. The
Yeah.
Grand Inquisitor was awesome.
So I had to watch the show, both episodes first, before I could decide to let my girls watch them because they're 5 and 7.
Yeah.
So once I watched it, I was like, okay, it's not too bad. I mean, besides the hand cutting off,
Right.
But we watched it, and the girls got actually scared when at the very beginning when he's walking and he looks at the bar and he growls. He's like like that, and they walk in. I was like, yeah, I'd be scared too.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude. That dude was intense. But he was always in control. And that's
He
what I
was.
liked about him. He was very disciplined and in control of his emotions.
And he was stronger than she was in the Force.
Yes, he is. Or he
Was.
was. Yeah.
But
He was definitely stronger.
he was ruthless, but he wasn't like off the chain like
No.
Reva was.
Yeah.
And that
He had
was
the control.
one thing I liked about him too. He's like
Mm-hmm.
he walks in and he's like calm. He goes, you catch Jedi, and he's like, no, Jedi catch themselves.
That's right.
And
That's awesome, Ghostface. Hey, you did it. Good for you, man. I love it. Polar says, it's been a while since I dipped my toes in Star Wars. Fun fact, I played a stormtrooper in my first dance recital when I was 8. Yeah.
oh wow,
I was a ballroom dancer while fighting with a lightsaber. Well, if you played a stormtrooper, then Polar, we know you never hit your target. I'm sorry to hear. But I hope you had a good... No, that's awesome. How cool is that?
yeah, you should. If you have any pics, you should show them.
Pics of you in your recital.
Yes, in your stormtrooper outfit or your
Just
lightsaber.
to clarify. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this isn't.
It's the age we live in, dude. It's the world we live in today.
We're not. We're
We're not soliciting.
We're not degenerating to that.
No, we're oh no. We don't want Michael's channel to get shut down on the first live stream at least.
Mm-mm. At least wait till Nancy Ann gets on.
Oh yeah. I can promise you I can get Nancy on. She'd come on here. She'd come on in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smooth.
Yeah. And one of the things I think about Star Wars is that they have great antagonists and they take them out too soon. Besides, the original 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Because the Emperor didn't die till the very end. You didn't really see the Emperor.
Or did he die at all?
and Darth Vader dies at the end. But
Right, right, right.
they killed Snoke in the Rise of Skywalker. Like you see him, and then all of a sudden he gets killed, and then they have this Grand Inquisitor dude who is like so freaking scary, and
Yeah.
they kill him off. What?
I know. So disappointing. I would much rather it have been the the side that like the left hand guy next to the Inquisitor,
The
or
fifth brother.
yeah, him or the other girl. There was a girl too.
Yeah, she was the
Remember
fourth sister.
the fourth sister? Why couldn't they have killed one of them
Hmm.
if you had to do that and let the Grand Inquisitor be like continue on in the show as that back and forth like head guy under Vader? I just
Hmm.
it's, I mean obviously they got a plan, of course, where it's going after this, but
Hmm.
I
Well,
have to say when they stabbed him or when she stabbed him with his lightsaber,
mhm.
I was like, dang it, I liked that dude. I was bummed.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing is Diana, my wife, said that they probably had to kill him off so they could bring Darth Vader in.
That could be the case because now maybe Vader. Well, of course, we got our very first shot of Darth Vader,
Hmm.
although not in a
His
suit,
suit.
but so maybe that is what's going to prompt him. I mean, that's a good point, but I still think they could have had a way where he was still there, involved. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
just wish it would have been, wish they would have killed somebody else. But I will have to say that, and I don't want to jump the gun because I know we're going to go character by character, but
Hmm.
I did like the other man, the brother that was part of it,
Yeah, he was
fifth brother.
intense too.
Yeah.
Did you have it like? Did you have the music? I mean, did you play it on your TV or your laptop?
Oh yeah. Oh no no no. I had the whole system going.
Did you hear his voice? How they put the bass at the end of his
Yes.
voice, the growling bass.
Yes, it's
I was
very
like,
deep.
I was like looking at the TV. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
Yes. There we go, Polar. That'd be so cool.
That would be awesome.
And Ghostface the Stew Train is not it's not here.
I'm,
It's
I'm
housed on on my channel. But listen, if we go live, if we decide to go live for like an hour after this, the Stew Train is parked in the back. It's housed in the back, and I will fire it up for you. Not a problem.
Maybe he can even show us the train.
Oh, maybe I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make a video this weekend of it,
Oh,
and I
okay.
want to get a video where it's nice, clear video, and I'm gonna put it into a actual video collage with music, so that you can hear the sounds and this. Yeah, I'm waiting for that, and
We di-
and I have to wait till Eric's on the stream.
we digress. Anyway,
That's okay, right? We're just having a conversation, but yeah, we do digress. Back to Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
yep. Okay. So my favorite person on the whole show, besides Obi-Wan, was
Okay.
this one right here.
Oh, she did a great job. Yeah.
My goodness, for they have her as 10 years old, but she doesn't look 10. She looks like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And the acting chops this girl has, I was so impressed. I mean, it was like I was looking at a young Princess Leia, and they went out of their way to get this girl, and the lines she had to say and the way she like handled her cousin, you know, she put him in his place, and frankly, I don't think she should have had to apologize, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So
She was good. She did a good job. She's. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to find her actual age. Um,
yeah, did you get her name? Her name is
yeah, it's Vivian
Ian
Lyra Blair.
Lyra Blair. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to find her information. I can't find her. I mean, I see a bunch of stuff about her, but she's definitely young though, for sure. And yeah, she did a really good job. That was a big part for her.
Man, those are big shoes to fill.
Yeah, big shoes and like you said too, it was a lot of lines too. So it wasn't just like she was there and not speaking much. I mean, she and her when she was there, she was saying a lot and talking.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I like about her is that she didn't come off with the who played Anakin Skywalker in the movies?
Christensen or the young kid?
Christensen. What's his name?
Hayden Christensen. Hayden.
Yeah, she did not bring the Hayden Christensen vibe. The stiff acting and just completely unbelievable character. This girl, even at her little age, she was very convincing. She was into her role, and I
Hmm.
thought the casting, whoever casted her, did a great choice.
It's probably
They made a great choice.
Deborah Chow, the director,
Yeah, it
who
could be.
she blew me away, dude, with these
Yeah,
two shows.
yeah,
Um, yeah, this girl was fantastic, and it was also she had a little humor,
yeah,
a lot of danger, and she just brought a human touch to the
yeah.
character. So
True. Yeah, I thought she was really good. And kid actors, man, they are so you just don't never know. They're such a risk,
yeah,
and sometimes they're just annoying, or other times they're
stiff.
just stiff and bad and look very uncomfortable. But I thought, she looked really comfortable, like she was
Yeah, the
just hanging out at home.
Anakin Skywalker child in the Phantom Menace to me seemed so stiff, and then he'd overact his role, and I just didn't get a vibe that I liked with him. But um,
Which one now?
the Phantom Menace, when
Oh gosh, no.
when they went to they went to Tatooine,
Yeah, yeah.
he was a slave, you know.
That little boy who played the little kid. Yeah, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly, that both of the castings of that role were horrible in my opinion. I did not like them. The young boy or Hayden, whatever his name. See when I
Hayden.
say Hayden, it's Hayden Panettiere, who's Kirby. So that's all, I can't say it. There you go, Polar. Rock on.
Thank you.
His acting was cringe. Yes,
Yeah,
Polar. It was. It was so bad. I remember every scene in Laura when he would get with poor Natalie Portman.
Nev Campbell.
No, not Nev Campbell.
Yeah,
Off
Natalie
the,
Portman. Yeah, I agree with you. That's one of the
they were
biggest
so
things
rough, dude.
when they brought back Hayden Christensen for this role of Darth Vader.
Hmm.
I'm sitting here and I'm like going, please let his age have aged him like a fine
Yes.
wine.
Yes. Lots of acting classes.
And I hope that he's, mellowed with his acting and he's able to like bring it because
Yeah.
he's going to have to bring it in order to impress me,
I agree 100%.
thrill
I,
me.
dude, I wish I had the clip. If I had the clip, man, I'd play it right now because whatever episode he's back, I swear, dude, if his acting is as wooden and stiff as it was back in whatever it was, 2000 or 2000, man, I'm gonna be so disappointed. What's up, Steven?
Hey,
Welcome.
Steven.
Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, thanks.
Make
Um,
yourself at home.
I think it'll be hard for him to be stiff and wooden because he's going to be in the Darth Vader suit the whole time, probably. So,
Well, here, okay. So, Michael, tell me this, because I haven't looked ahead, because I don't want any information.
mhm.
Is James Earl Jones cast for the voice?
Nope, I read it's going to be his voice. So they put him through a voice modulator. So I'm thinking they had to have gotten it really close to James Earl Jones's voice.
Oh,
Hopefully,
I hope so, man.
yeah, it'll be disappointing if his voice is like totally different.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be. I mean, I don't care what they do. It's not gonna be James Earl Jones. This is just no
Mm-mm.
way. Steven, that's cool, man. Appreciate it. He's getting ready to watch Stranger Things. A lot of people are gonna be binging Stranger Things. I think. That's the only thing
That won't happen
that. Oh,
till later.
oh. But no, my thing is, man. You know, that could take me out of the show.
Yeah,
The voice could take me out. I'm serious. If that voice, I don't know how I'm gonna respond to that. I'm gonna have to hear it. I'll give it a chance.
yeah,
But it's one thing if James Earl Jones was passed away,
yeah.
but he's still alive.
It's like Morpheus in the new Matrix, you know?
Oh, dude, that
Like,
travesty of a film.
but yeah, the great thing about, I mean, I would love to have James Earl Jones. I don't think he's lost any chops in the vocal range, but with today's like technology on, recording and, making sound, they can probably bring it really close to James Earl Jones's voice.
I hope so, man. Fingers are crossed.
Yeah.
Got
You
a
know,
question for you, Carbonite.
I think that it probably was a youngling because it was 10 years. If I mean, maybe not. He could have been like a Padawan because it was 10 years prior that, that order was sent out and killed everybody. But he was probably, a Padawan or had just become a Jedi when um, when everything turned upside down for the Jedi. So
Yeah.
I don't really think he was a youngling at the time.
Conrad in the house.
Hey,
What's
Conrad.
happening? Good to see you, man. Another Craven night coming in. James Earl Jones is irreplaceable. I know. I feel the same way. It's going to be. I just. I would love to find out if they actually tried to get him or not. I'm just curious. It doesn't mean it's not going to change anything. But big Star Wars fan. There you go. All right, Conrad.
Nice. Hope you were able to see the Obi-Wan series 1 and 2 today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did read that they were going to use Hayden Christensen's voice
Okay.
as Darth Vader. So
All right. Well, they just need to jack down those octaves, get it all mechanicalized and processed through effects processors and I swear, wouldn't it be crazy if it like if it sounds like it like uh, if they actually pull it off? In other words, that'd be so incredible.
yeah, it would. But
Bob Hunt, what's up, Bob? One of my Cravenites in the house again.
hey, Bob. Hey,
Oh,
Fate.
just finished up watching it. Okay, good, Bob. Dude, you're here just in time. We're spitballing all kinds of stuff, man. So make yourself at home. Bob, what did you think about it? Let us know in the comments. We're going. Carbonite's taking us one character at a time. So we have lots more to go. We're just literally getting started. Started. Excuse me. What's up, Fate?
Hey, Fate.
Fate, Stu Hater. Oh gosh. Keep it nice, gentlemen. All right. So
All right.
where are we at, man? Tell me where we at here. We've gone through the
So
Inquisitor.
we've gone through the third sister. We've gone through the
Yep.
Grand Inquisitor, and we have talked about Princess Leia.
That's right. Yes.
All right. So this person just showed up, and there wasn't much about her. And
Yeah, there she is. That's the other one. Yeah.
this is the fourth sister.
Okay. And there's a
And
lot of sisters and brothers in this family.
yeah, I guess they do it to try to create a family atmosphere, but man, they were.
Or a cult devotee
Mhm.
atmosphere.
Her actual name is Raya Kilstead. Steaded? I don't know. But she did a good job. She was stood there and was quiet and did what she was told, and she showed up on the planet. Was it Dia? The
Oh man,
the Tokyo looking planet.
the Tokyo planet. Zach, that's the way I look at it. Yeah, it's definitely Japan,
Yeah,
or inspired by Japan.
yeah, but she
Okay, cool.
she wasn't as scary as the Grand Inquisitor or
No.
the fifth brother,
Yeah.
and she wasn't as whack as the third sister. So
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, they seem to have it together. Just the one, like I say, the one unhinged loose cannon. And if I tell you, like you said earlier, if that Grand Inquisitor had not been there, man, they would have. She would have killed Owen. because she
Hmm.
was so angry. She was going to kill him, and I think she probably would have killed the dude in the cantina. You know,
Yep.
so
Conrad, what do you think of the prequels?
dark territory.
uh, I own them, and I showed my children them, but the prequels are not something that I would want to watch a lot. I think they brought in a lot of stuff. The midichlorians is a huge thing. I have a video about it. And even George Lucas was going to make episodes 7, 8, 9 all about midichlorians, and that would have just been a total train wreck, a horror show. It would have been
Horror
on the
show.
Craven channel, but
Because it would have been a horror show. You're right.
yeah,
All horror all the time, baby.
um, yeah. I just, I mean, and then then there's the theory that what's his face, the the comic relief guy, uh,
Which movie?
the on the first movie,
Jar?
Jar Jar.
Oh, oh no.
Did you hear? I don't know if you heard this, but there's a theory that Jar Jar Binks was actually a plant by the Sith, and he was a Sith agent. And
Man.
every time that something would go wrong, it was because he did it on purpose and acted like he was having issues. So
Dude, if that guy had been had been with the Sith or he would not have, they would have killed him. They wouldn't have put up with his insanity. I mean, I wanted to kill the guy and he was on the good team.
yeah, it was like he was like a comic Yoda talker.
Yeah. Sad.
Sad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, real quick. I just want to jump in. We're up to 8 people in the chat, and I wanted to just say, if you guys have not yet subscribed to the Carbonite Jedi, Haunted by Horror, what's up, bro? Welcome. If you guys have not subscribed here to the Carbonite Jedi, please, right now, smash the thumbs up button and the subscribe button because he's got a great Star Wars content. So I just want to throw that in there right now because I know Carbonite probably won't mention it. So, because he's a humble dude. So I'm gonna mention it and say, guys, real quick, smash that subscribe button. And if you just subscribed right now, leave a comment and say subscribed, just so that we know that you subscribe and we can give you our appreciation. All right, because he's got great Star Wars content. He's at almost 200 subs, guys. Let's get him over. Let's get him over 200. Let's go.
Craven's my hype man.
Hey, man, get it up.
Yes, Haunted by Horror. Jar Jar was there, and I believe he did try. He was instrumental in the downfall of the Republic. Do I think we'll ever get a remastered version of the original movies without all the added CGI stuff? No, I don't ever think we will.
No.
George Lucas was on a mission to get those destroyed and never put out again. I think I think we lost Craven. Anyway, I think we were.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Something it froze.
It just froze up.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's all the original stuff's owned by Fox. I don't know if Disney was able to pull all the original stuff over. But thanks, Ghostface. Thanks, Conrad. Thanks, Jacqueline.
Feel the heat. Let's go.
So I don't think there will ever be a non-CGI version of Star Wars released.
Yeah.
Me personally, if you go to my video about all the deleted scenes, I would love for them to put all the deleted scenes in the movie and have 2 versions, the original version and the version with all the deleted scenes in there, because
Love it.
makes it a whole different movie.
Yes. Yes, use your lightsaber and like and subscribe. That's right, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Craven, seeing if he can use the Force. Hey, man. let me tell you, the Jedi, the Carbonite Jedi is well endowed in the powers of the Force. Um, Polar says,
Dude,
Polar asked the question, is Jack Sense coming in? Yeah, he's coming in. I just got a text from him right now, and he says, I'm logging in 2. So he's on his way. The
nice.
Force will be with him always, and he's bringing the
Always.
Force when he comes.
All Star Wars all the time.
There you go, buddy.
Anyway,
Yes.
I hope he was able to watch the shows. Um,
Yeah, me too.
but yeah, I have something I'm gonna wait to talk to him about. And yes, they did. Carbonite frozen.
Yes, it is. Force is very strong in Carbonite. We're up to 9 people in the stream. Let's get it up. Let's go.
Hi, none people.
Yes, this is the stream you're looking for. I love it, Steven.
Yes. Yeah, my mother-in-law doesn't watch Star Wars, and I was like, her husband said something to her, and he's like, I'll try, and she's like, no, no, try, do or do not. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am so proud of you right now. She goes, that's the only line I know from Star Wars. And I was like, really? May the She goes, oh, I know that one too.
So say the big one.
Yep. So come on, Jackie. Where you at?
Yes. Now, I want to just say before Jack gets on, everyone who's here, since we have a larger crowd now, uh, any of you that I just want you all to know that Michael and I, there's a very good chance that I'll be dragging Michael after this stream is over, which we're not ending now or anything, but whenever we end, there's a very good chance we're all going to go over to my channel and continue the after party over there. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about your plans a little bit later on tonight. We're not going to. We may continue.
Yeah, I'll probably have to go walk the dog, but I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, man.
See, that won't affect me here because that's not one
No,
of the rules of sci-fi.
that's true. That's not a rule of sci-fi. It's a rule of horror. Yeah. Whoops.
Give it to me.
Oh, sorry.
I think the prequels definitely weaken the argument that the Jedi were the good guys. I think so too. I think there's a TV show coming out pretty soon called The Acolyte. It was one of the 10 Star Wars shows that they have coming out, and they're going to go back 100 years before the Phantom Menace to talk about how a Sith could have gotten into the Senate and talk about that. So I think they're going to talk about how the Jedi just deteriorated, and it's going to be a big, fest of slamming Jedi. I hope not, because
Yeah.
the Jedi were supposed to be good people.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah. It's kind of like revisionist history. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We don't want that.
no, not at all. What if it's a sci-fi horror and you're just now finding out?
Well, I mean, there's some.
Eight and nine were horror shows.
I was gonna say those were definitely horror shows. They didn't scare you, but they were scary to watch. I mean, I don't know. Look. I always, if you add a little extra dark in the mix, I think it's good. That's good. I like it. So
Yeah.
if they were to get a little edgy here, like, well, I mean, like this, like the third sister, right? She's definitely got that in her that she could
Yeah.
go dark, very dark, and so there's that little battle there. Of course, battle is not really within her. It's more like everyone's trying to restrain her, but she just killed her boss.
Yeah.
She just killed the Grand Inquisitor, man.
And I was thinking she's probably going to blame it on Obi-Wan.
Oh, I thought the same thing. I said, I guarantee you, she's gonna say Obi-Wan killed our Grand Inquisitor. It's totally going to be blaming him. I thought the same thing, dude. We didn't talk about that yet, but I'm with you 100%. And that's just going to enrage Anakin,
Yep.
Darth Vader,
Yep.
even more. Yeah.
Conrad, I think if you do it right, an R-rated Star Wars film would be okay. It just, you wouldn't be able to hit all the audiences because a lot of the younger generation probably wouldn't be able to see it as of yet.
Kids wouldn't go, right? Yeah.
And as long as you didn't have you know, my big saying is, and I always scream to my wife about it, is I don't want romance in sci-fi. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
the way they had, Han and Leia, they were
Hmm.
just playfully, you know, going after each other, but not like, in the prequels where Anakin goes to, Naboo with Padme, and have this whole scene where he's courting her and they get married and all this other stuff. I I think R rated with a lot more, probably a little bit more gore.
Yeah,
Uh,
more graphic kills, maybe.
yeah, not
Yeah.
not particularly language, but I think
Yeah.
more gore would be. It's Grogu.
Grogu's coming. What?
Wait, we want to introduce our, our new member to the live stream. It's Grogu. Hi,
What's up,
Grogu.
Grogu?
Hello.
Oh, dude, dude. Oh, Jack,
Sorry, my child got ahead of himself. And this
Bro.
little child right here. Come on, say hi.
oh, dude, you should have done the whole live stream as Grogu.
I should have, right?
That was awesome. The voice, everything was like it's perfect.
The only thing is Grogu doesn't talk, so.
Hey, he does in our
Right,
universe.
Not yet. Not, yeah, exactly. Hello, Carbonite Jedi.
I love it. What's up, man?
What's up? How's it going? I signed on to the stream 10 minutes ago. I heard Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord. I was like, I gotta get on here now.
Yeah, you've never heard that theory.
Oh, I have.
Oh,
Zach,
okay.
Zach is a huge advocate for it.
Yeah.
Huge advocate for it.
Yeah, somebody said earlier that he became a senator and he was detrimental in the destroying of the Republic as
Yep.
a senator. So
It's scary because there's so many different things about what happened to Jar Jar after the prequels. Like, one of the theories is he became like a street clown or something like that, like an entertainer or something like that. Bizarre. Am I the only one hoping that Jar Jar makes an appearance in this show? I was half expecting him to be on Alderaan.
And if there's a lightsaber going through his neck, I'm all for it.
Well-
or a laser, or a gun shooting blowing his head off. I'll take Jar Jar.
I've never
Sorry,
really
Jack.
looked at any of the canon for Jar Jar afterwards. But does it ever say what happened to him afterwards? Because
There was one that I read where he feels so responsible for the death of Padme that he never was able to forgive himself, so instead he made a vow to entertain people for the rest of his life and make people laugh and smile. That's one of them.
it'd be cool if he ended up being a Sith and Obi-Wan kills him in the series.
Yeah,
What-
or a
what?
Sith Lord. Or a Sith
Oh,
Lord. Or a
yeah.
Sith Lord. Yep.
Oh,
yep,
dang.
Yep. Oh, man. That's awesome.
Lord Sauron's in the house. What's up, Lord Sauron?
Hey,
And hello to everybody that said hi to me. I'm sorry, I kind of just came in and next thing you know, I'm looking at the chat. Hey Jack, hey Jack, hey Jack, hey. Oh, I'm here. Hi.
so Jack, you had a chance to watch episode 1 and 2, right?
Yes.
So what was your grand overview? Me and Steve talked about it earlier. What was your grand overview of the show?
I enjoyed it. I did. I got very emotional, and I think it was because of my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing him back on screen and hearing his voice. And you know what made me really emotional was that beautiful 2-minute montage that
Yes.
they threw in.
At the very
they
beginning?
didn't have to do that, but they did
No,
that.
yeah.
and that just pulled on my heartstrings. I
Yep.
mean, there's always some flaws in everything. There were some things I didn't so much agree with, but overall, I really liked it. I really liked it. I mean, it was a huge step up from Boba Fett, in my opinion.
Oh
And
yeah,
I liked Boba Fett, but Boba Fett was, I mean, is nowhere near the quality of this. You can tell that this entire 6 episode season is going to just kind of hit right in the feels of the
yeah,
prequel lovers. And I can't wait. And you know what? I'm almost glad that they aired both of the episodes in one night,
yeah,
because I feel like, as much as I loved the first episode over the second episode, I feel like the way that the first episode ended, there was not that much in to draw the people that are detracting from the show back in. But the
yeah.
way that episode 2 ended, which are we talking spoilers here? Are we?
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
we
yeah.
are.
Where Obi-Wan finds out that Anakin is still alive, and you get
Yes.
that epic shot of his eyes in the Bacta tank.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it, I'm sold, I'm coming back. I was coming back anyway, but that was like, what a way to end the first 2 chapters of the show.
The crazy thing about the whole thing is I thought, and I don't know why I thought this, but I thought that Obi-Wan knew that Darth Vader was Anakin the whole time.
Zach did too, yeah.
And
Zach
I'm
thought the
sitting
same
there, and it hit me like a shot too when she's like, "Oh, you didn't know Anakin's still alive," and I was like, "Wait a minute." He would have no knowledge or no
Right.
idea. He thought that Anakin was lava rock.
He thought
You
the
know?
Emperor was the one taking control of everything.
Yeah,
And that was it.
and
you know?
Darth Vader
Yeah.
was just some random Sith probably.
Yep. Yep.
And wow,
It hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew from reading all the books and the lore and stuff like that, and Legends, he didn't find out until much later. Like when they did an Obi-Wan Kenobi Legends thing, like between the prequels, they did a little story. He didn't know for like 10, 15 years after Revenge of the Sith ended. So Zach thought all along that Obi-Wan knew, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, man, I'm telling you, that was the moment right there when he found out, and I got chills in
Yeah.
my you could see the pain in his eyes.
Yes.
Ewan is he is such a great actor, but the pain in his eyes and it almost felt like his world was caving in on him in that moment.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question. Do you guys think that the reason they cut to Vader like that, do you think Vader sensed it in the Force?
No, I don't. I don't think that he sensed it.
Yeah.
I think it would have been some kind of like major thing that happened for him
Yeah,
to sense
yeah,
it,
yeah.
like Leia or Luke showing powers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
you
was.
think that was just a cutaway shot? That was
I think it was just a cutaway shot.
That's fair.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
people were saying, something happens and Vader realizes that Obi-Wan's still alive or something, and
Yeah.
I was like, no. We have a question for you, Jack.
Yeah.
Ghostface says the original concept for Star Wars was inspired by who?
Dune. The book Dune. Are you talking about who? Like I know George Lucas was into a lot of philosophical stuff, but I think Dune was a big inspiration for George Lucas. I might be wrong though. I don't know. Ghostface.
It wouldn't surprise me. That would surprise me. Yeah. Not at
maybe
all.
I'm wrong. I feel like for some reason I read that somewhere, but I like the Dune books, because there was the movie in the '80s that they made, but the books I think really inspired him. Plus a lot of like Eastern philosophy and religions and all that stuff. But I don't know, Ghostface. What is it? He says wrong. He says wrong. What is it? Tell me. I want to know now. Oh man, I don't know. There's Star Wars. What I love about Star Wars is it can appeal to even people who are not fans of sci-fi because they make it so relatable, you know. And I love Star Trek too, but there's just something about Star Wars that it's timeless and it reaches across the whole world, a whole different audience than just people who love mellow space dramas and blasters and lightsabers, you know. So it's super cool. Sci-fi is that's my favorite genre. I love it, absolutely love it. So
Yeah. It's a good time. I enjoy a lot of sci-fi. I'm not it's not my number one, of course, as you guys all know. But I do enjoy the Star Wars movies. Oh, I enjoy 4, 5, and 6. By far, my number to me is
Of course, you
way
can't
above.
touch those. You can't even touch those.
Yeah, no, you can't. I don't. Now I also do like some other. I mean, I like Rogue One a lot. I
Oh,
think Rogue One is fantastic.
yeah,
And I'm trying to think what else. I liked Solo. I watched that 2 or 3 times. I thought it was a fun movie
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
Solo.
yeah. Yeah.
And
Solo was fun. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was fun.
yeah, exactly. I think so. I mean, Rogue One was much better in my opinion,
Oh,
by far. But I mean, I put 4, 5, and 6 in Rogue One. Like I rank it that high, like
yeah.
underneath those.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was such a good movie. Good movie. I also like as far as the prequels go, I'm not a big prequel guy personally, but I do like the third one the most, where we start to see Anakin finally give in to the dark side, and he kills the Sand People, and
Yeah.
then Mike and I were talking the other day about did he kill the little what do they call the little trainees,
The
the
Padawans. The
kids,
Padawans. Yeah.
the Padawans, or not? Some people think he did. Others think he gathered them to take to the
The
Emperor,
Inquisitors or
to the
something.
Inquisitors,
Yeah.
exactly. Which makes sense because, like in this episode, we've got fifth brother, we've got
Yeah.
third sister,
Yep.
and so Michael and I were talking a little bit earlier. It could very well be, Jack, that who we're seeing as these sisters and brothers under the Grand Inquisitor were those kids that were Jedi trained, and now instead,
yeah.
so maybe Anakin didn't kill them; he gathered them, and then now they're doing these Inquisitor roles underneath. You know what I'm saying? That kind of makes sense.
Oh yeah, that Order 66 scene in the beginning of the first episode was like
Oh.
a punch in the face. What a way to
Yeah.
open up the show.
Oh,
my
gosh.
goodness. Oh,
Yes.
terrifying.
Yeah.
I just answer this question real quick from
Yeah.
Jacqueline. She says, a noob like herself were to embark on a Star Wars journey. Do you recommend theatrical release order? Yes, I do.
Oh,
For your
okay.
first time, yes, I do.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Because
Absolutely.
if
Yeah.
you start with the prequels, Jack, and again, some people love the prequels and it's not a problem, but a lot of people don't. And if you start with the prequels,
Yeah.
you may not finish the rest.
Yeah.
It's possible.
And Mike, that's true. That's true. And Michael knows. We talked about having watch parties potentially for the movies. It's always my dream is to turn my channel into like a series of all like all film, all genres. I want it to be a safe space for all genres. But sci-fi is my number one, and I want to turn my channel like Michael, you're doing with Star Wars, like a sci-fi centric channel. And yeah, Jack, you will have to talk to you. Maybe we'll bring you on for some watch parties. Watch the first time with you. That would
Oh.
be awesome, wouldn't that, Michael?
Dude.
Having
Yeah.
Jackie on.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
I'm just going to interject. If either of you host a watch party for episodes 4, 5, and 6,
Oh,
I want to coordinate. I would love to be on the panel
You
for
got
that.
it.
Okay. Yes.
yeah.
Definitely.
And and like what's great about you look at modern cinema today, and there's all this CGI and all this other stuff, but nobody ever. I mean, us fans do, but most people don't realize that Star Wars paved the way for all of that. For
Yeah.
all of that, all this, George Lucas, just like James Cameron is doing with Avatar, George Lucas is a visionary, and he knows how to create a world and suck you into it. And now look at it, almost 50 years later, this world is going stronger than ever. It's amazing.
So somebody asked earlier if they ever think that they will release Star Wars without all the CGI added into it, and I said I don't think so. If George Lucas has anything to say about it, I know you created one without
I
the
didn't
CGI.
create.
Or
I
you
didn't
you
create.
burned it. You burned it.
There is a fan project, Harmy. If everybody wants to look, Harmy's film. I don't know if you guys saw the comments. So, Michael, take care of that.
Take care of those bots. That's what I was saying. If you can get me as a moderator, I can knock it out for you.
There you go. You got it. It's blocked. There we go. Okay. Anybody who has never seen the original Star Wars movies and wants to see them without, there is a fan project called Harmy's Special Editions, Despecialized Editions, and they're on there. A bunch of fans got together. It's all nonprofit, and they edited from a VHS and Laserdisc copy the movies in their own standpoint. And I just took mine and just burnt them right on the disc for my little nostalgia director's cut little version, the original Star Wars, and that's the only version I watch, man. That's it. That's the only one I do. So,
Ooh,
I hope
Jackie.
so.
I mean, I think we need to bring Jackie on the panel for those.
Yeah,
The first
definitely.
time watches. Absolutely. That's it's hard to find someone who's never seen episodes 4, 5, and 6. That's I mean, really, that is a cool thing.
I'd be
It's like
honored
sleepaway
to
camp.
watch that. Yeah, I'd be honored to watch that with you, Jackie. It is my favorite.
Yeah.
It is my favorite. Nothing will ever top that. That's Star Wars. That's it.
And I know, I think Craven said his favorite was The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
It
What a
probably is, but I have to say I rewatched episode 4 a few months back again, and man, it's a good movie. It's so
you know what's
good.
cool about episode 4, especially when you watch it without the subtitle episode, the specialized version. You watch that and you meditate on it and train your mind to not think about any of the sequels, prequels, and whatnot. And you watch that movie as just a standalone movie. It is
Yep.
brilliant.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it was
true.
intended as a standalone movie, and then when it
Yep.
blew up, that's when they added A New Hope,
Mm-hmm.
and then created the next 2 movies.
That's right, because when Empire came out in theaters, they had the 5 on it. They had already had a plan that they were going to make prequels and all that. George was like, "Oh, it's doing good. Okay, here's my mastermind creation. This is what we're going to do now."
So, Jack, Steve and I have gone over the Third Sister. We've gone over the Grand Inquisitor,
Reva, the third
Reva.
sister.
the Grand Inquisitor, and Princess Leia. And we talked a little bit about the Fourth Sister, which, she just had a very short
Yeah, a
intro.
little snappy at her, yeah.
Yeah. So Steve and I were talking that we really like the Grand Inquisitor, and we feel like they took him out too soon.
Well, did you finish Rebels? Have you seen Rebels yet?
Not yet.
No.
Oh man. Okay. So that's gonna kind of spoil something coming up, so I won't say anything. But just
okay.
know Rebels takes place after Kenobi.
Oh, it
and-
does. Okay.
I just yeah.
So everything we're
Okay.
seeing here is leading to the animated Rebels.
Rebels, yes, and
Gotcha.
some of the characters that you are seeing in
Oh.
this show are in Rebels. So
Okay.
it kind of is like when I was watching it, I kind of know what's gonna happen, but people watching it
Okay.
just straight up, they're kind of just like, what's going on,
Yeah.
So just if you can, once this is over, well, that's good because you haven't seen it yet. So now once this is over, then you can start Rebels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
good,
right.
good.
All right. So tell me what you thought about this person.
Oh,
Oh.
he was one of my favorite characters in Rebels. So freaking cool. I love the Inquisitor's lightsabers. I love how they just are like spinning. You almost look like you could fly on them, what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, they totally killed Flea that way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Crazy. And when I saw him in Rebels, that is interesting because the animation is much different looking than what it is in live action. The same with the Grand Inquisitor, much different. But they really did a good job vocally. Like his voice acting was very good for the role. I think the face is still a little bit off. I guess from what I'm used to, maybe that's why. If I hadn't seen Rebels, I probably wouldn't be nitpicking it that
The Grand
much.
Grand Inquisitor or the Fifth Brother?
Both of them.
Okay.
Look a little.
Well, I know the
Okay.
Grand Inquisitor has a really thin head
Right.
in Rebels, and also his kind in
Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. They're really got like really narrow head, tall heads,
Yeah. Yep.
and so
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It I think that they did. For all these people complaining about the Grand Inquisitor and how he looks, I think it was. I could tell they went back, and they edited his eyes and gave him the Sith eyes because if you watch the original trailer that was released, his eyes just look like normal human eyes. And then when I was watching it last night, I was like, "Yep." They went back and they polished it up. They heard what people were complaining about. Unfortunately, they couldn't go back and narrow his head. Otherwise, it looked looked weird. Like he just like went into Word and just scrunched a photo together. You know, I don't know if they could have been able to change that a bit, but the eyes definitely and the teeth, his sharp
Yes.
teeth.
Yeah,
I think they added that. I didn't notice that in the trailer. Maybe it was just the shot, but
he did
I
have
liked
sharp
it.
teeth in the.
Oh, did he? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was telling Craven when he first the very first scene when he's walking and he looks over and sees the bar, he starts growling. You can kind of see his pointed teeth.
Ooh, he was freaky.
Yes.
He
Very.
is freaky when he was like just when they were the opening scene of the show when they were at the guy's bar and the Jedi was just hanging out there, you know, and Reva threw the knife at the guy and the Jedi went and saved him and did the Force hold. He was freaky, threatening this guy. He had his lightsaber out. He didn't have his lightsaber out then, but just the way that he was walking and the way that he was talking. I don't understand what so many people were complaining about. I was fine with it. I liked it. I think I had more of a problem with how the fifth brother looked than how the Inquisitor looked, actually. Because you look at the fifth brother in Rebels has kind of like a shark face.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
It's very strange. And again, animation is very animated. It's
Right.
It's more exaggerated. so maybe that was
Exaggerated.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Clone Wars was I loved the art style in Clone Wars. It was awesome because it was exaggerated, but it wasn't too exaggerated. And then with Rebels, you'll see when you watch it, it's very exaggerated, but you kind of get used to it after a while. But I liked it. And then Reva, I don't. I think it's because we finally have Obi-Wan back that like I just don't really care about the Inquisitor storyline in this. I'm just like, give me more Obi-Wan Kenobi, But
Yeah.
I understand you have to have that kind of push and pull. But
Yeah.
she grew on me more in the second episode than the first episode. The first episode she kind of was a little bit catty for me, a little bit. And I guess her drive to find him, which we don't know yet. My theory is that she was one of the kids in the beginning. Yeah.
That's what we were saying.
Yep.
Yep.
We're with you on that 100%.
Yep. Yep.
And
Um,
oh, go ahead.
And the fact that she knows that Vader is Anakin, I have a feeling we're gonna have a flashback of Anakin during Order 66, and she's gonna like witness something and hear someone call him Lord Vader or something like that. Because if Vader knew somebody knew who he was, his backstory, that's it. Vader would have just cut her out. So that's it. Oh, that's it. Done. Get her out of here. But I think what they're going to do with her character's flashback and her history. I see people are complaining. How does she know? Why does she care who Obi-Wan is? How does she know Anakin is Vader? So we're just 2 episodes in. We got
Right.
4 episodes to go. Like we're not even halfway through it yet. So I look at this as like a 6-hour movie, essentially.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. And one thing that I really picked up on in episode 1 and then part of episode 2 was Anakin never, ever, ever used the Force. Not until Leia was falling and he had no choice.
That's right. That was awesome. Did you get chills?
Yeah.
Woo!
Because,
Yeah.
for 10 years he hadn't used the Force. He like totally cut himself off.
Yeah. He was labored, didn't it? He looked labored. Like it was hard
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man. I like a lot of meditation practices were based. The Jedi were based off of a lot of those philosophies. I'll tell you one thing. I'm a huge meditator, and if I don't meditate for even a week, I feel that. I feel so disconnected from myself and from who I am. So when I was watching that, like, I felt that in a way. Imagine 10 years. This man's religion, for 10 years, he was taken away from it. Everything he ever believed in was just stepped on. And then suddenly, the moment he tries to use the Force, you would think if you haven't, you almost forget to do it. You forget how to do it. And luckily, right in the last second, his instincts caught in. But it was also, and then the dream, where he dreamt in the first episode with Anakin, when he was in the cave by himself, showed you just how tormented he was for all these years, just traumatized.
Yeah, and one of the big things that really excited me was like right at the end of that montage, you hear Yoda say, "You need to go train with your mentor Qui Gon Jinn."
Yeah.
And then he kept. I guess he was never able to contact him because he kept calling and trying to reach out to his mentor, and you never hear anything from Qui Gon Jinn. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's got a block, or I don't know what's going on. But
When you think about the chakras, the chakras when they block up, usually are in Eastern philosophy when our chakras are opened and we're working with energy, if one center is blocked, the rest of them become blocked, and it becomes an emotional blockage. And so probably what it is all that pain is probably in his energy and his aura, all built up, and until he finally channels his Jedi ways again and lets it all flow, it's going to be all stagnant. So
yeah,
you saw at the end where he put the saber on. There's like so much to talk. I'm so excited to actually talk to people about this. But the end of episode 1, where that woman was like, "Are you coming?" and he pulls out his ticket, and you see the lightsaber on his side, hooked onto his belt, and he's got the cape on at the end of episode 1.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that
Yep.
was awesome, man. So
So
good.
did you notice that he had the two lightsabers when he was in the desert digging
Oh
it
yeah,
up? It was
yeah.
Darth Vader's lightsaber or Anakin's lightsaber and his.
Yep. Soon to be Luke's.
Yeah,
Bingo.
Yeah. Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, let's
Yeah.
see. Let me. What did you think about him?
Oh, I love Bail Organa. Jimmy
Yeah.
Smits.
Jimmy Smith, Princess
Yeah.
Leia's dad, or
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
adopted dad. Yeah,
Beautiful.
I thought he came back. He hadn't missed a beat. It was just like he came back from the first 3 episodes and just stepped right in the role, and he was there. He was a really cool guy, and he's a senator, but he's also, I guess, the king of the planet.
Hmm.
Since his daughter is a princess, he's got to be the
Yep.
king, and
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yep.
it's
He was in Rogue One too. Very briefly, he was in Rogue One.
oh yeah, 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 yep.
Yep.
And
Hey, Val. Just want to say hi to Val.
What's up, Val? How's it
Good
going?
to see you. Thanks for joining tonight.
so
Stay tuned because there might be an after party on my channel. Stay tuned.
stay on target.
Stay on target. Jack, by the way, I sent you a private chat when you get a chance.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, yeah. Take a look in there. It's in there. Whenever you
Oh,
get a
I see,
chance.
okay. Yeah.
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 That's right, Haunted. The chat is overrun by sex bots. It's the drone army. Exactly. The
The
clones.
drone army. Attack
drones
of the
are on the-
drones.
Heck of the drones.
Attack of the sex bots. That's it.
Man, what is
That's
going
what
on
it
with that?
is.
Is that normal?
It's been happening a lot on my channel, Fate's channel, Knight's channel.
I'll have to figure out how to make moderators. I try to do it, but it won't let me.
Yeah, so real quick, and we'll do this live. It's all right. You guys are cool. We're hanging out. So if you hover over my name and you opened up in a separate browser, right? So like you have a window like on your YouTube channel. So you got to go to your YouTube channel and then open the live stream like you're watching it.
Okay.
Maverick.
And then I'm going to leave a comment now so it's really up close. All right. Order 69. Yeah, it has. All right, so
Wrong
Michael,
order.
Execute
the
69.
lightsaber. Oh,
Do it.
the lightsabers are out in action. Okay, so all right, so Carbonite.
Okay.
I just made a comment. So if you hover over my name with your mouse, you
Okay.
see 3 little dots on the right,
Okay.
and if you click those, you should see an add moderator option. Hopefully, it should. This word should be. Dun, 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 dun.
Ah.
Aha!
Aha.
Once
Yeah,
you do that,
if you want to add me too for your future streams, man, I'll comment something. Just in
Okay.
case I pop in. I do that. Carrie's usually on top of it for your stream, Stephen, but I'm there for moral support on the side.
absolutely.
I love it. Let me see.
And that'll give us a blue wrench, and then we can do
yeah.
if a troll decides to pop in, troll patrol, baby.
There we go.
Shut it down.
I'll shut it down. right.
Oh man,
Okay, that's how you do it.
you got it.
Yep.
It's awesome.
All right.
Nice.
But so Jimmy Schmitz, I had seen it. Anybody in the chat ever see Dexter? The show Dexter?
I've not seen it.
About the
No. Anyone in
mass
the chat?
murder.
Yeah, the serial killer kills serial
Mm-hmm.
killers. Great show. Great show. Um, but he was in a season of Dexter, and he blew me away that season. And I had seen him in the prequels growing up, but never really like saw his acting ability. But in that season of Dexter, he was outstanding. And then anything else he's been in after that, I go to knowing that Jimmy Schmitz is in it. I'm like, that's it. I gotta watch it because he's so awesome, and there's something about his presence. Everything he does, he has almost like this calmness about him. Even when he's angry and he's yelling, there's just something about him that's just like maybe it's his voice that I like, but I'm glad to see that he's got more of a prominent role in Kenobi now. And I hope
Yeah.
that continues over the next 4 episodes. I do.
Me too.
Yeah. Him and Leia were great. And their scene together, it was adorable.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Leia and what a great actress she is, and
Oh,
she just nails it. And Steve, what do you think about Bail Organa? Do you have many thoughts about it?
So, which character is this again? Just refresh my memory. Make sure I'm with you.
the,
Princess Leia's stepdad, the guy who plays his
Oh,
dad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought he was good. I had no problems with the stepdad. Excuse me. And actually, overall, I was really pleased with the whole Leia side of the family. So everyone's was great. I enjoyed it. And Jack, I know you were here earlier, but I'll mention it again. I won't go all over it again. But the little girl, I have her name over here. I can give it. But the actress who played Leia, she did such a good job.
oh my
Vivian,
gosh.
Vivian Blair.
Yep,
She
yep. Okay.
she did so good. And
I saw Carrie Fisher in her.
Yes.
I
yes,
saw it.
it was so smart.
She
Great
nailed
casting.
the humanity.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I got so sad watching all of the Alderaan scenes. Knights of the Carbonite.
That's your channel members.
Whoa.
Knights of the Carbonite. Because earlier, Jack, we were saying he could have, when he gets channel members one day, they can be called the Carbonites, like I have the Cravenites. But
Yeah.
Knights of the Carbonite or
like
something, I like that
I
even
like
better.
that. I love that. Heck yeah. There you go. Pin it. Save it.
Exactly.
Copyright
Copy that down.
it. But the Alderaan scenes got me so sad knowing where
I
Alderaan was
know.
going,
Oh,
Don't
Yeah.
get attached.
oh, poor
Yeah,
Alderaan.
My wife was like, "Oh, it looks beautiful. It looks like where Padme came from." I was like, "What, Naboo?" And she's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "No, that's the planet
Yeah.
they blew up in Star Wars."
Jackie, I can't wait to watch these
Oh.
movies with you now. Now you got me excited.
Yeah.
I know, man. This is going to be great.
Oh gosh, I love. You will see when we watch Star Wars, my eyes will like light up like you guys have never seen before. I'm like you, Michael. Like I love Star Wars until
Yeah.
the day I take my last breath on this earth. I love it. There's something in it for everybody, and I believe. Some people just don't like sci-fi and any stuff like that at all. But I believe that people who at least give it a chance, and you might find something in it that you really like. Just like Marvel, okay? I
That's
don't like
Steven's favorite.
superhero stuff.
No, it's not. It's not.
I don't like superhero stuff at all. But I just watched all the MCU movies, and I was pleasantly surprised on how much I enjoyed the human interactions and the backstories of these people. Like I am not an action porn guy at all. I do not like it. I enjoy it if there's a plot for it. Like those Fast and Furious movies, I just can't do it. I can't do it because like Mission Impossible, all that stuff. I can't do it because to me it just seems like a big like boom catastrophe just to show people look at these cool stunts and this and that.
I think Sung Kang, who was playing the fifth brother, he was actually from the Fast and Furious.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's the thing. Star Wars has so many good actors in it too. Like it's becoming like Laura Dern was in one of the newer ones. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like Star Wars is like the hub in cinema where when actors are asked to be a part of a project or they, audition and they get a role, like they're always so excited to partake in Star Wars. I think because everybody knows it and it's such a cultural phenomena. Um, but yeah, I always tell people if you haven't seen Star Wars, like Jackie, you said you haven't seen it yet, and you said you love sci-fi, which is a plus. But besides that, I'm sure you're going to find something in it that you will love, even over the sci-fi elements.
Yes, exactly. So one of the things I told Steve I was really nervous about was this guy,
Oh man.
Haja.
Aja.
Oh
That is
man.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yep.
So I saw him in the Eternals, and he was in another movie I saw, and I'm like, how in the heck are they ever going to be able to integrate him into the Star Wars universe?
Yep.
Because he's always come off like a comic relief.
So, Carbonite, can I ask you a question real quick?
Sure.
How'd ya like him? Ah.
Oh.
See what I did there?
No,
See?
that
No, I
was
didn't.
that was horrible.
Oh. It was hilarious. Oh my gosh. Sorry, go ahead, dude. I had to throw it
Any,
in there.
anyway, I was pleasantly surprised with his character. They put
Yeah.
him as like a straight rat, kind of like
Yeah.
sleazy. He didn't come off as overly too comedic, but
And
he
he
did
saved the
have
day. He
he saved the
somewhat saved the
day,
day.
and
Yeah,
he was
true.
kind of he was a little funny, and you know I liked his character. I hope they bring him back. I'm glad uh, the third sister didn't kill him when
Yeah.
she slammed him up against the wall.
Yep. Yep. And
So
when Kenobi confronted him, that was great.
Oh, it was
That was
yeah,
good.
great,
yeah,
man. Oh
All
gosh.
his magnets and his little
yeah,
tricks, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
yeah. That's
Oh
what he
yeah.
said when he got slammed. He's like, "Oh, that definitely wasn't a magnet."
Yeah. So good. So
Oh,
good.
dang.
Yeah.
So
No, I
what?
I liked him too.
Oh, you liked him too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought he did good too.
Okay. Um, so let's talk about
Oh.
Owen Lars.
Owen.
Uncle
Owen.
Owen.
Owen doesn't have any
Have any
friends.
friends?
Wrong
Sorry,
movie.
that's
Uncle Owen.
a
I got to go to the Tashi station to pick up some power converters.
We
exactly.
were doing what was that Throw Mama from the Train?
Throw Mama from the Train movie reference there a little bit if you guys have seen that.
I haven't
Going
seen that one.
way back, dude.
Not
Danny
as ba-
DeVito and
not as
Billy
bad as Star
Crystal.
Wars.
Well,
Oh.
no. Oh gosh.
So my initial thought is Owen would destroy Obi-Wan if he had the chance. He's so angry at the Jedi
Selfish. Yeah.
for
Selfish
Yeah.
too.
for what happened to Anakin,
Yeah.
which I think is Anakin's fault. Like I told Steve earlier, you got to
Yeah.
take responsibility for your own actions.
That's right.
I don't think Obi-Wan failed him. Uh, I think him wanting to have Luke stay on the farm and become a farmer for the rest of his life is so uh,
It's terrible.
short-sighted.
It's oppressive too.
Very
That's
important.
like the kid who has dreams, but the father's like, no, you are
Yeah.
gonna manage our mom and pop shop after I'm gone, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna do. Like
That's
just
it,
it's not
yeah.
right.
Yeah, and he's just saying anything he can to like barb Obi-Wan, with his speech. You don't care about
He-
the kid. All you
He
care about
threw
is
the toy, dude.
yeah.
Right.
So I think Owen, the guy did a great job.
Mhm.
Emphasizing that his feelings as Owen Lars,
Yeah.
and I just think that
You
Owen
can
needs
see old Owen in him too. Just like
exactly.
you can start to see Alec Guinness in Ewan in his
Yes.
performance. You're starting to see it.
Yeah,
I think the both of them did a great job of portraying like a 10-year younger version of where they're going to end up in 10 years. you know?
yes, yep. So, what did you think about Owen, Lars, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, again, Owen, I thought was. I mean, we didn't get a lot of them, but I thought he did a good job. I mean, I didn't there was he didn't have a ton of time on camera, but you definitely felt what he was feeling towards everybody. I felt it, you know.
Hmm.
What about when
Um,
the third sister came up with the lightsaber and had it right up to his neck?
oh yeah, but he was not going to relent.
Hmm.
He was not going to say anything about Obi-Wan.
He was a
You know,
stubborn man.
he would have died. He would have died instead of without saying anything. I believe that,
Hmm.
and that shows you a lot about his loyalty, right? Like a lot about because that's what you want. I mean, you know, if people say they have your back, then you want to you want to believe that they do, and they better. And so many times people don't. They just give you lip service, right? And they would have turned over quickly. And because the sister had that lightsaber right up to his shoulder, it was just right there, like about to make contact. And if it wasn't for the Grand Inquisitor, I think it would have made contact.
It was
I
the,
think,
the fifth brother.
I mean, the fifth brother.
Fifth
Excuse
brother.
me.
Yep.
That's what I meant. I think that it would have happened. So
My buddy
I
Owen
thought,
texted me. He's like Owen. Owen talking about Owen. He's like, Owen's so easy to throw roasts, but couldn't help himself from getting roasted in the end.
oh my gosh,
Messed up. Yeah.
that
It's
is,
true.
dude.
You gotta
'Cause
throw roasts.
he got toasted up, man,
Oh yeah, he did.
In Star Wars.
big
Yeah.
time.
So, Stephen, when you say Owen's seeking absolution, no trust, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. I mean, I think he's angry at Obi-Wan because he think that he caused Anakin to die because they think he's dead, and he's just trying to keep Luke from that happening. And the only way he can think of doing that is keeping him on the farm and keeping the Jedi away from him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I did like the fact that you could tell that this guy is, even though he may not make the best decisions, we may not agree with how he was going to treat Luke eventually and all this. At the end of the day, though, I think his heart was really there, and he cared. He really cared about
Mm-hmm.
little Luke, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and even Obi-Wan, he respects, but he's a guy that maybe his decisions are misguided in terms of trying to keep him safe, but that's what it means. That's what it's about, though, is keeping him safe. He doesn't want Luke to go out later on and get discovered and and go into the academy and all this. He knows what happened with Anakin, so Owen has this knowledge that no one else, that Luke later on doesn't have, of
Mm-hmm.
course, and so it had to be hard knowing that his father is Anakin, Darth Vader now, and knowing that he's got the Force in him,
Yeah.
right? So I kind of sympathize with Owen a little bit. I will say this, even though he's crotchety and all that, at least I think his heart was in the right place, and I think that he is a loyal person, and
Mm-hmm.
that he didn't turn over on Obi-Wan, and that's another example of that. So
Yeah. Did you see
I
at the very beginning when Obi-Wan's looking over Owen's farm?
the moisture farm. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and Luke like runs around the back of the house,
Hmm.
and Owen like loses his
I know.
stuff because he thinks, where's Luke? Luke, where are you?
Exactly,
He
man.
flips out, and it's
I
only been
think
like 2 seconds.
Yep.
I think a
Crazy.
lot of that's
Very
fear
controlling. Yeah.
and
Fear,
controlling, but I think
yeah.
it's fear too. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
he's
think so.
afraid of someone getting him because he has to know
Hmm.
that he's being hunted, and the kid's being hunted. So anyway, that would be scary to live
I
every
do think
day.
he's genuine because he says
I do
he's like,
too.
when he saved Obi-Wan, he did say, I didn't do it for you. I did it
Yeah.
for my family. Essentially, I do think that he really does. Because like even a controlling father who wants the son to stay behind and take care of the store. It's deep down it's out of love. But it's like, is it the right thing? That's the thing. You have to kind of ask, from an outside perspective, like, should I force my son to stay here when he has other dreams as well?
That's
You
true.
know? So
That's
I
right.
recommend getting Michael or anybody else. The novelization of the original Star Wars goes into a lot of in depth with Owen about his fear with Obi-Wan and not wanting Luke to kind of get involved. So if you can, check it out. It's very good.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
bought
good.
that when I was like 6, I think.
Oh, did you?
6 or 7.
Oh, dang.
I'd have to reread it.
Yeah, yeah. It's cool. It's cool reading a novelization version.
Just
All
wanted to
right.
say hi to Coop Diouf real quick, and
Hey,
Doof.
Extron. What's up, Extron? Extron messaged me earlier about this stream tonight. Good to see you.
Oh, nice.
Glad you can
Nice,
make it,
nice,
man.
nice. Awesome,
Cool.
awesome.
so we've talked about all the people so far that have been in the show. What about this guy?
Oh,
Oh,
how could we forget? How could we forget?
The main character in the show. He is a broken husk of a man. He doesn't want to have anything to do with the Jedi, or
Yeah.
he's just his goal is to protect Luke, and that's it. Or so he says. Like, when Princess Leia was captured or kidnapped, you know, he's like, I've got to watch the boy, and they said that's not it. That's not the real reason you don't want to do it, and it's because he's afraid because he feels like he failed, and he doesn't want to fail again, I guess.
Yeah. What I saw in the first episode is exactly what I wanted to see from him.
Yep.
If they opened up the show and he was just, in that cave practicing his Jedi stuff without feeling any of the pain of what happened, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it because as sacred as the Jedis are, they are also human as well, or whatever they're considered in that galaxy. Are they called human? Did they ever use that term?
I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever heard human.
No.
I wonder what they're called then. Interesting. But
Well, I
That's
mean,
interesting.
usually when they talk about a person, they talk about what planet they're from.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're an Earthling,
Yeah.
or you're a whatever.
Yeah.
Tatooine native.
Yeah.
You're a native of Tatooine.
Corellian. Yeah.
Yep. Corellian.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're really
Alderaan.
grilling it.
Yeah.
No.
Grilling it.
No, you got to stop. The puns are horrible.
The puns are awesome. They are amazing.
Maverick Media has a question. Carbonite, can you clear this up for me? Is Owen's stepbrother or half brother of Anakin? And he is the stepbrother of Anakin because Owen's, was it Lars, the dad?
Yes. Yep.
Lars
Yeah.
married Anakin's mom
Out of slavery, right?
out of
Daughter.
slavery, and he already had his son. So Anakin and Owen were stepbrothers.
There you
So
go.
Interesting. So interesting, right?
Yeah.
Star Wars goes so deep. Like when you actually pick apart the characters and see like how they're all interwoven, it's amazing.
It is. Steve, what was your thought about Obi-Wan Kenobi? And in the first 2 episodes, did you see any transition within him from when he first started out to when he ended the second episode?
Oh yeah, man. I liked him. I'm a big fan of. Oh, is it Owen? Ewan?
Ewan.
Ewan, yeah.
Yeah, Ewan. I liked
is it
him.
Ewan?
It's
Is
Ewan.
Ewan?
Yeah,
Ewan
Ewan.
McGregor. Ewan McGregor.
Really? I'm like Ewan.
Yeah.
Ewan.
Yeah. I think Ewan. They're related to the Ewoks. I think it's in a little bit
Yeah,
later
yeah,
on.
Yeah.
But anyway, I liked Ewan McGregor. I think he did good. I don't know. I think there's something about his accent that I really like. I don't know. I know this kind of sounds dumb, probably, but I love the way he sounds when he talks.
It's like ASMR. It is.
It is. Yeah, it's
no
it's
lip
ASMR.
smacking.
Oh no!
No.
Oh, Michael can't stand it.
It makes me want to choke people. Horse choke people.
Force choke him. Choke him.
I
Swallow it.
think his voice, they nailed it. I don't know if it was on accident or whatever, but they made him so close to Sir Alec Guinness's voice,
Yes.
basically.
Bots. I hate the bots.
Enough. Watch stream.
Oh,
Girls
Ghostface
here.
slashed him. Good job.
There you go. There you go.
All
Ay,
right, so
ay, ay.
Ewan McGregor was I thought he did a great job. And look, I give the prequels a lot of grief, but I always liked him in the prequels too.
Hmm.
He was
He's
the
the
best
one.
part.
I
Best part of
agree.
him.
He was the best part. I always liked him. I enjoy all his scenes and I think he's a really good actor. So I enjoyed it. And that's one of the reasons why I was looking forward to this series because I love the character and I do happen to really like the actor that's playing him. So, having said all that, I did see an arc, and what's interesting is how you see him go from being just a hermit, basically, and then reluctantly has to step into action and put himself out there in Tokyo or wherever this is in Japan, and he goes and to get Leia to rescue her, and so he's thrust back into action, if you will, hiding him, still concealing his identity as a Jedi and his powers.
Hmm.
But he does what he has to do. He saves Leia from the jump when she's falling, and that was cool. We talked about that, and then I love seeing the two of them on the run. I actually felt like the suspense of the moment when they're trying to run away from the third sister,
Hmm.
and
Oh
they're
yeah,
trying to get to the cargo ship,
yeah. I
and
was
you're
half
feeling
expecting
it.
Cad Bane to come out. I was like, here comes Cad Bane. More bounty hunters. Let's do it.
You know what?
Yes,
I actually
yes.
thought they were going to have Cad Bane. I thought that was Cad Bane on um, um, Princess
Who took
Leia's
her?
home. Yeah, I thought that was who was going to take her
That's what I thought. Yep.
instead of Flea.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, right, right. But no, it wasn't. And here they are running, and they're trying to get away, and the girl's up there, and then of course she catches them. We know what happened, and then there comes the Grand Inquisitor to shut down the third sister, and then we see how that went. Lightsaber through the gut, all the way through the back. And that's the Grand Inquisitor is not so grand anymore, and I really liked him. He's my favorite antagonist of the two episodes. But what I did like to see was when he found out Anakin is alive, and then Anakin is Vader. All the kind of stuff connects together, and we talked about it a minute ago. But it is an arc for me for his character because now think about what we saw. We've seen three distinct transitions for this character in two shows. We saw hiding hermit, reluctant hero, reluctant rescuer, savior,
Hmm.
and now remorseful master. There are three distinct arcs in these two episodes
Would you
that I
say
saw.
remorseful, or do you think it might be hopeful that
I
he
thought it
can
was hopeful.
bring him
I'm
back
glad you
to
said that.
I mean,
the
I
light
think it's
side?
both though, because he's remorseful for how things ended.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got to be, right? I mean, because he loved Anakin. He's the one that's screaming to you, "I'm sorry,
You're my
Anakin.
brother, Anakin.
You're my
I
brother.
loved you.
I loved you."
I cry every time that scene
oh, I
comes
know.
out.
I mean,
Beautiful.
it's a powerful scene. That's why that's my favorite of the prequels.
Yeah.
Is that episode? But I think it was remorseful, and maybe it is hopeful too. That's a good point.
Because I mean, at the end of the montage, it's like there's good in him, Obi-Wan. There's good, Padme saying
Yeah.
that to him, and
Right.
I would think that if I found out I thought that somebody was dead that I had killed,
Right.
and all of a sudden you find out they're alive, I think it wouldn't be as remorseful. It'd be more hopeful.
Hopeful that maybe I can reach him again.
Yes.
Um,
Yep. Yep.
And unfortunately, he's going to find out when that suit of black, the suit of black, as Johnny Cash would say,
Oh, yeah.
the man in black steps forward,
Yep.
and there is no conversating here other than I'm going to crush you, I want to destroy you. And I got to tell you, Obi-Wan better butch up on his skills because, man, if he has a headache from trying to do that one thing, Anakin will destroy. Vader will just rip him a new one.
Dude, I'm telling you, when Vader comes into this show in the next couple episodes and that rematch that they're promising us happens, I think that is going to be of epic proportions.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
apparently, like one of the writers was like, it's going to take place at his castle on Mustafar or something like that. We're going to see more of that, hopefully.
Oh, they're
Dude,
gonna go back to the lava planet.
I believe so. I believe so.
Oh.
That's what one of the producers said. You're going to see a lot of Vader's castle in Obi-Wan. So I'm assuming that's what would make the most sense, but who knows?
Yeah. That if you remember Rogue One, he was on
Yeah,
Mustafar. That was Darth Vader's castle on Rogue One.
that was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah. Um, so real quick, I know it's getting kind of late. What I'll go with Steve first. He's
Okay.
what do you think is going to happen in the third episode? I mean, they gave Obi-Wan these coordinates where he doesn't even know where he's going, and he's got uh, Princess Leia with them, and they're kind of like on this transport ship where I guess they're kind of stuck going to
Yeah.
these coordinates.
Oh man. What's the worst possible place they could go?
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh no.
Naboo
Oh,
underwater.
oh, me say
Gungan
hello.
City.
Me
Gungan
say
City.
hi, welcome. Me say ah.
You sign big, choo-choo.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it's going to be a bit like remember the Mandalorian, how he was, trying to get Grogu to his own kind,
Mm-hmm.
in the whole, it's just, and every episode, it's like, oh gosh, another step to get there, another block. He's got to go do this now, and I wonder if this is going to be that kind of episode where, the next
I
couple
hope
episodes, he's stuck out there trying to get back to the queen or the whoever, the stuff her parents, and or maybe not. Maybe wherever this cargo thing's going, it'll take them somewhere where they can get a ride, if you will, or they can get a ship out of there. But I know that the third sister's going to be hot on his trail
Yeah,
the whole time in pursuit. So
yeah,
wherever he goes, they have to get out of there. So
Yep.
yeah.
it's going to be a chase scene for a lot. I would think the whole next episode is just continuing to try to get back to her parents.
I've noticed that with Star Wars live action shows is they have a lot of filler episodes. And the thing is, if this was not a limited series,
So
to
limited.
6 episodes, dude,
I know.
so limited. Just announce the season 2 already. Like if
I
this,
mean-
if we knew there was going to be another season, I wouldn't be so worried. But if this is it after 6 episodes, there's no time to BS. Let's
There's
get
been
going.
so much hype, though. I mean,
I know.
so much hype, and
Yeah.
It'd be stupid not to make another season.
I don't
They
think
should
it's
have
gonna,
done 10 episodes.
Well, they only did 8 Mandalorians, so
Obi-Wan is not the
Now we
Mandalorian.
got Andor. Now we got Andor. Those
Yeah.
12 episodes is coming out.
Wow.
Is it really?
See?
First season, yeah, 12
Oh my
episodes
gosh.
first season. Nuts.
So-
It's gonna be 2. It's limited 2 seasons, but each season will have 12 episodes.
and
Whoa.
they released 2 episodes today, and so you only have 4 more episodes, which is what, a month.
Yep.
You have
This
a month.
time next month
That's
we'll
it?
know how it ends. Yep.
2 episodes a week or one a week
No,
moving
no,
forward?
now it's
One-
one a
one a
week.
week.
Now it's-
Okay.
So I mean, they're gonna unleash Darth Vader in the next one, so I don't think it'll be a filler episode. I think
hope
it's
not,
going to
yeah.
be pretty
I don't think so
fantastic.
either. Yeah.
I think we'll see Vader a little bit. Like he'll be talking to his new Grand Inquisitor or whoever's next in line, and I imagine he'll be talking about where is Obi-Wan, and give me a report. It kind of those kind of things. And what I'd love to hear is another one of those little. I sense something in the Force. I feel something off in the Force. A feeling that's too. I'm actually ripping off the Star Wars line now.
That's
a feeling.
too bad.
That's too bad.
That's what he needs to say. That's what he needs to say. That's too bad.
Wait a minute. Obi-Wan got away. Well, that's
Yeah.
too bad.
No, he walks. Oh, Darth Vader walks into the warehouse, sees the Grand Inquisitor on the ground. He goes, "That's too bad. He's out to get me. I know he is."
Yeah. Yep.
Thrill
That's
me.
it. Reva turns into Angela. That's how the show ends on Tatooine.
Oh, no.
You see the twin sons, and she's standing there like Angela at the end of the movie.
It's like, oh,
There's Obi-Wan. The end. Goodbye.
she's
Obi-Wan's
a boy.
All right.
Oh my god, I love it.
The third brother. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh.
So,
love it.
what I want to see in the next episode is him conversing with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yes.
I have to see this. If
You need to. Yep.
and I'll be very disappointed, but it won't be as disappointing for me if they don't show Qui-Gon Jinn, but it'll be disappointing if they don't have him talk to Yoda.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you think Yoda's going to come back?
No,
From
he
Dagobah.
no, he's he marooned himself there.
Yeah, he's on that planet. That
So I mean, I
Yeah.
don't
Maybe
know.
forced conversation though. Forced
Yeah.
conversation, maybe something like that. But
does the dude who did Yoda's voice, is he dead? Do you know if he's
no,
still alive?
Frank Oz. He's still alive.
Frank Oz?
Yeah,
Would you imagine if he did a voice cameo?
Yep.
The
that's
original
pretty
Yoda.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
So cool.
And John Williams' new score is amazing. Have you heard it?
No.
Oh my gosh! You can watch Star Wars Celebration is happening now, and he played it live at Star Wars Celebration.
Oh, really?
It sounds awesome, man. You guys
Oh.
got to check it out. It's so good because he composed one theme for this show. One specific.
Okay.
Well, one, and then something apparently that we have not heard yet, which I think is going to be a rendition of Duel of the Fates, with Obi-Wan
Oh.
and Vader fighting.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The fact that he is doing something is incredible. That's amazing, man.
You know it's special then, yeah.
Yes, you do. I mean, it should be outside of having a Luke Skywalker, series or something.
Yeah.
The Obi-Wan. This, to me at least, this is just my opinion. He is the crown jewel
Yeah.
of the franchise. I mean, he should be. This should be the cream of the crop. Like John Williams is back. That's right. Dang it. This is the one he should come back for. And anybody else, any other of these, like I said, a Yoda appearance or any other
I
of
think-
these
I
cameos.
think there'll be a Luke Skywalker Jedi Academy show. I wouldn't be shocked if with
Yeah.
the CGI they're doing now, they could do it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be shocked. Yep.
Totally.
You get that kid from Stranger Things to play a young Kylo Ren, which would be the perfect casting.
Oh yeah.
It would.
I think
Yeah.
it would work so well. It would work so well.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I think we kind of got through this Obi-Wan. I'm pretty happy with it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on the 2 episodes?
I just can't help to shake the feeling that at the end of this season, Reva is somehow going to turn to the good side. For some reason, that just keeps popping up in my
Interesting.
head for some reason. I
Okay.
don't know if she's going to die, and in the moment of like her dying, she like has a newfound appreciation for the Jedi. I don't know, but
Like Kylo Ren?
yes, yeah. I can't help but compare the two, and I wouldn't be shocked if they go that route.
I think she's so full of hate, and
Yeah.
and the Emperor or Darth Vader have been lying to her the whole time. That I don't know. I don't want to say irredeemable, but she's definitely she's a wild cannon,
Oh,
and she's got a chip on her shoulder, like I said, and she's out to get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just curious to think. I don't know what they're going to do with her. I mean, because I wonder if she's eventually going to be killed by Obi-Wan at some point,
Yeah.
like way at the end.
That's what I have a feeling she'll show up on Tatooine. Like the show might end on
Yeah.
Tatooine with her finding out about Luke, like in the last 30 minutes of it. Because I have a feeling the big action is going to happen in 4 and 5, and then
Yeah.
6 is going to kind of close up the story very
A
nicely
wrap up.
with the bow on
A
top.
wrap up,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not going to be as exciting as 4 and 5. I think that is going to be the peak right there.
Yeah.
So I could see the show ending with her and Obi-Wan having this confrontation on Tatooine, and
Yep.
he kind of kills her like oh, I can't say anything. Never mind. Whoop, whoop.
Oh,
Throw the key.
oh.
Throw the key away.
Good catch, though. You caught yourself.
Yeah.
Well done. I think you're right. And if she steps foot on Tatooine where Luke is at, I pity the fool, because Obi-Wan will unload on her, bro.
Well,
There's no way she's gonna survive.
She did say after she pulled her lightsaber back to Owen, she's like, what did she say? I'll see you again, Owen, or
Yep. Maybe
kinda
next
like-
time.
Maybe next time.
next time, Owen. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you won't be so lucky next time, or some kind of comment about that. Yes.
Yeah.
The thing is, I hope it's not in front of Luke, because that would kind of be breaking canon a little bit, unless Obi-Wan does some kind of mind retrieval thing
Yeah.
from him, because Luke cannot see a lightsaber before he holds it in A New Hope.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Can't.
No.
So if she's holding the Lars family captive, that doesn't work for me unless they do a mind trick on him and they kind of erase his memory for the time being, which would make sense. But I just can't help but shake that feeling as soon as one she said to Owen, maybe next time Owen, and just her drive for Obi-Wan would drive her to do whatever it takes. I could see it ending on Tatooine with that, and she gets killed. But maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I guess we'll see.
I mean, it makes sense. It could happen. I could see that too.
And don't forget the biggest star, that big dead fish out in the middle of the sand that they were cutting the chunks of meat off of.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a lot of meat.
Michael, you need to watch Rebels, please. And then you'll watch this show, and you'll see so many references to it, you'll appreciate it even more.
Okay.
Ah.
All right.
You're going to love it, man. You're going to love it. I'll watch it with you. I'll meet up with you once a week. We'll binge 8 episodes in a night. We don't even have to do it in a stream. We'll just meet up on here and do it.
Nice.
That's
Well,
cool.
everybody, I think Craven's going to have a live stream here in a little bit.
I am, and hopefully Jack and Carbonite will be there. I hope you guys come.
I'll be there for half of it. I'll be there.
Okay.
I can do it after I walk the dog.
Okay.
Hey, give me like a 10-minute tea break.
Let's do 10 minutes. I'll set it up to start like 8:35, or not 8:35. Like 15 minutes from now.
Okay.
10, 15 minutes from now. So is that enough time for everybody?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Even
All right.
Conrad says, please watch Rebels. Don't worry, we're gonna make sure Michael does.
Okay. We will watch Rebels.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So guys, listen, everyone who's here, who's a Cravenite, if you guys want to join over, I currently have the stream set up. I'd put it there as a placeholder to start at midnight, but I'm going to move the time up. But if you go over to the channel after this is over, and after you smash the like button and subscribe button on Carbonite Jedi and Jack Stannis, then come on over and make yourselves at home. I'm going to change the time and move it sooner.
Well, thanks everybody for showing up. You're my new Carbonites, and
Yeah.
and hopefully there'll be many more to come. And thank you so much for being on my inaugural live stream.
Which, by the way, cheers! You knocked it out of the park, buddy. You did a great job for your first stream. My gosh,
Yeah,
Thank you.
so good.
Woo.
All right. Well, we
Like
will
a boss.
See you soon.
Bye, guys. Bye, Grogu.
Bye, Grogu.
Grogu. Oh.